For the past 9 years, I've worked with men who are struggling with addiction. At the Gaiawatalab Healing and Recovery Center in Kitimat Village, we specialize in the treatment of early recovery. This means that men can show up for treatment still using drugs and alcohol. This sets this type of treatment apart because normally at recovery centers, you're required a period of sobriety, and you're also not allowed to receive treatment while on addictive medications. In this case, I'm able to provide care and support and assessment in those early days that with addiction can be very dangerous to life. There are certain drugs and medications that are very risky when it comes to the withdrawal effects and can cause death. Those include benzodiazepines, opiates, and alcohol. If you are thinking of stopping any of these, please ask for help and do not do this alone. I have written more about the mentality and emotional process of addiction through my own perspective on my blog. You can find my name under the practitioner drop-down menu at the clinic's website, www.nihc.ca. Today, I want to focus on the science of the brain with addiction, as this information was passed to me and inspired me through a talk by Dr. Christy Sutherland at a pharmacology conference in Vancouver. She treats addicts on Vancouver's downtown east side and has a real-time perspective on this. These first two images depict rates of illicit drug overdose deaths within the province of BC. The rates of death have dramatically increased from 2015 to 2016. At this time, on average, 4 people per day die from overdose, and each one of these deaths is preventable. Dopamine is produced in the brain as a neurotransmitter, and it gives us a feeling of euphoria. In high amounts, it gives the brain an escape from the experience of stress, trauma, and pain. Dopamine is the neurotransmitter of addiction. In this first image, you are looking at research results of the amounts of natural dopamine produced through the activities of eating food and having sexual contact with a partner. These natural amounts of dopamine range from about 150 to 200 units produced at one time. In this next image, the research shows that the use of amphetamines at least quadruples this amount of dopamine release from the brain, while also showing that the effects of cocaine, nicotine, and morphine all also outnumber and outlast natural dopamine production due to normal activities. With these facts in mind, it is imperative to understand that the addicted mind does not see the world in the same way as the non-addicted mind does. With high-intensity addiction, it may take the addicted brain months, years, or even a lifetime of regulated medication support and the supportive social network to feel that they can become a part of a normal daily lifestyle. It is not just the drugs that are putting people with an addicted brain at risk. Withdrawal is a painful and extreme experience. When an addict enters withdrawal, they become desperate to end their suffering by exposing themselves to risky and destructive behaviors and circumstances. They are at high risk at this time and often experience a lack of personal safety. The judgments against addiction are huge, and my question for you is whether there is room in your heart for the addicted mind.